dudes. Oh, wow. It's been a minute. All right. So today we have, wow, it's just completely 1 second. That right there. It looks like it's all set up already. It's definitely not. It's on a table. We're gonna be playing around with a 51-inch plotter that I know basically nothing about. How y'all doing? Oh no, I can use an extension cord. Okay. Yeah, there's all these like little things that come into play. I also haven't been feeling super well the past handful of days, so I'm still like coming over a cold or something. Are you going to Tint today? No, this is all going to be a chill stream with the plotter. So basically the goal is to put legs on the plotter. I didn't expect to have this unboxed already, but there's like basically just the setup stand. We're going to set up the stand. We're going to get on there. We're going to hook it up to the computer. I did download the software already. It was very simple, though. So there is that. We're going to go through basically the whole thing. Fooling around. Yeah, with the plotter. Yeah, is it USB? It is. So I hope there's no restarts involved, because if there is, that's not going to be great. I did get my laptop here as well. So if I have problems with this computer, I'm going to set it up on that one. Oh, it worked. Oh, I stopped it. Yay!
Michael Nahera super
there we go.
$4.99 first.
Michael with a 5. Thank you so much. First, yes, you are definitely first. I appreciate it. Yeah, so this should be interesting, because plotters are not something that I usually like. I will be looking for your feedback too. Ooh, that reminds me. Let me pin a comment here. So this was sent by Plotter Depot. But what's cool is if you guys want to try this software, you can try it for free for a month. So let me drop in a thingy. How do we do that? And it really is my chat literally? Oh, there it is. Okay, we set it to pop-up mode. Now it works. Okay, so you go here, plotterdepot.com. Use the code. No, I know. I'm not showing my screen right now. Use the code Tint Studio or something like that for free 30 days of film cut. Okay, something like that. Is that gonna work? Does that work for you guys? Let me also put it in this one. What do you think about Avery versus Geo? As far as Pro Classic and NR goes, I'd lean towards NR just because it's easy to remove if you have a problem. They're both great looking films. They both shrink great. They're both amazing. When you get up in the ranks, carbon, ceramic, that's where Avery falls off. That's why I went with Geo. So C2 is much better in terms of performance and clarity. And then the ceramic, same thing. Like once you start comparing ceramics, it's no-brainer there. Matt, did you get the plotter for free? I did. Okay. There's a little story there, and I'll elaborate in just a second. Daniel, why is there we go.
How is the Superman of the tinting culture?
Daniel Reyna, Master Matt Kumasta, Superman tinting culture. Thank you. Okay. I'm notoriously cynical towards plotters. And what always lets them down for me, there's a few things. First, the machine itself can let you down. So between the cutter and cut strip, sometimes you just have a busy day. Like there's never a day when a plotter breaks down on you on a slow day. It's always like, I have a bunch of cars to do. Oh shoot, I'm having problems with it. That's one thing. The next is software. So I've looked at the plotter, the software a little bit already, and I have a couple of gripes, but the next is going to be, are those patterns going to match up? Because if you have good patterns, plotters can definitely save you a bunch of times. If those patterns are inconsistent, then you lose out. So they're like, hey, we have a good machine with good software. And I'm like, yeah, okay. So we're legitimately going to be putting this kind of stuff to the test. This is a more budget-oriented plotter, too. This isn't a Graphtec. This isn't a Roland. So this isn't going to cost you a ton of money to get into. So that's also why, like, this is a really interesting topic, something I've messed around a lot with in the past. I don't think they're great setups for here, but if you're doing more high production work and some other stuff, they can definitely be useful tools, but is the software actually going to live up to some expectations? So let's go ahead. Let's throw this on. We're going to, are you going to try and cut some test patterns? Yeah, we're going to cut out some patterns. I don't know if we're going to apply them to anything, though. Wow, where did all my icons go? Good Lord. Okay, what was it called? There, that one. I think I got one little piece of software that I forgot to enable here. Wait for it to say go, and then we're gonna, come on. Please wait a moment, go. GoPro. Hey! Do you have a hand cut pattern to compare? Is this working? No, not yet. So what we're going to be mostly focusing today is going to be setup and software, getting things working enough. We're going to check this guy out. Oh, this is different. I'm assuming, do you have to peel this off? Wow, that is actually something I haven't seen before. We're going to have to look at a video, too. So this is kind of it. So we're going to take off all this. This is what was in the box, literally everything from the box up to here. There was this one little extra box here. Thankfully, they included little things like a A to B cable, which is required to hook it up, like a printer cable. The power cord, obviously. Some cut blades, yay. A spare rolling compatible blades, so that kind of tells you a little bit more. The cut holder, or the blade holder. This thing, oh, this is for a pen. Oh, so you could draw. So that's not going to be handy to me, but that is definitely, and a fuse. Where's the fuse go? Okay, that's not fun. Oh boy. Thankfully, they included everything to also put the stand together. So one thing I wasn't sure was, like, you know, if I had to go make sure I had a wrench. They have a wrench and an Allen key and all the screws. So it shouldn't be hard to put together. I just wish that they had instructions for it. Like, this goes into this and that goes into that. There's all the boxes, literally it. So, this is all we got to work with. Let us get a blade. Yeah, so this is a workhorse. This is a 51-inch plotter. So this will accept up to like 40, a little bit bigger than 40-inch rolls, but basically 40-inch rolls in window tinting. That's all you're going to be using up to. You could use up to a 60, but if you want to get a plotter that's going to be handling like 60-inch rolls, you're either doing it regularly with like Teslas and stuff, or you're kind of overbuying and you're going to sit on it for a while, which may or may not be a bad thing for you. But in terms of physical footprint, a 40-inch plotter is a really nice size to have. So you'd be doing it a lot for back windows, and as far as everything else goes, who knows? So this is more going to be stands. This is definitely a sidewall, so these look like little feet. I don't think it's got wheels for it, which means that we're just going to slide it around. This is a workhorse, so I know literally nothing about them.
Swallow super chatted $4.99. Hey man, I
Swallow
found a nice unit for $800, 900 square feet. I can financially afford it, but is it smart to start off with a shop as a new tinter?
Swole Gang with the 5, man. I found a nice unit for 900 square feet. I can financially afford it, but is it smart to start up with a shop as a new tinter? That, yes. If it's within your budget and you can make it work, absolutely. Reason being is because when you have your own space that you can set up your own way, one, you start to look a lot more legitimate. You'll get more inquiries in the beginning because you actually have a place for people to go to. And then you're going to find you're going to grow into it really quick. So 900 square feet is great. Preferably probably a little bigger, but I mean, you can 900 square feet. That's awesome. You could do a lot with that. So I think it's smart as long as you're not putting yourself at too much risk in the beginning. So sounds like you're not. So I think it'd be smart to do it. A lot of people hold out on a building, including me, for a very long time. But what I found was it's just those little things. More people call you. More people treat you like a business. If you're trying to get going, it's a faster track into making it work, and it'll more than pay for itself. Thank you. Thank you for the 5. What is that? What brand? Yeah, this is a. Is this a tint cutout machine? It is. Workhorse. I know, like. Just don't run out. Don't buy any of this stuff. Just follow along. We're going to see how this stuff works. This is literally me playing around with this particular plotter and this particular software for the very first time. So I know basically nothing. I have no instructions on this. The Plotter Depot does have directions on their site, I think in like a video. They probably have a manual that I can download too. So I'm going to go look into that real quick if it doesn't look like I know quite what's going on. Okay, that's a complicated looking piece. So what I'm assuming here is you got your legs. These are going to go into here. They don't match up, do they? They should. No, they don't. They don't match up. Okay. Well, yep, we're going to go look at those directions. Oh, this way. Aha, that makes more sense. Plotter's going to sit on top of here. And then you have cross rails here. So these are going to go, I don't know yet. We're going to go somewhere in here. That's why I wish I had some basic directions. Super. Oh, I don't wanna.
Swallow Gang super chatted $4.99. The best man. Excited to start my tinting career. Videos
Thank
made
you.
me feel like it's possible.
Oh, this is the cut basket. These things never work very well. Swole Gang, thank you. Thank you so much again for another 5. Yeah, good luck. Good luck on that for sure. Much appreciated, and hope everything goes well. If you are halfway competent with tinting in a new building, you'll do great. Buildings is like one of the hardest parts for people to get into. It's just, costs money. So catch basket is gonna go usually on the back side, and the idea is that the film, actually no, sometimes one, you can have two. You can have one on the back side, one on the front side. So usually what happens is the film binds up in something like this. Still helpful to have, but these are the rollers. Oh,
Jose Rios super chatted $4.99. A bit late to the stream, but does this mean you're not Hanad cutting anymore?
Thank you. Cameron and Jose. Okay, we got a couple. Cannon. Thanks, dudes.
Cameron Landry super chatted $4.99. How long were you tinting before you decided to open your own shop?
Okay, Jose, thank you so much for the 5. A bit late to the stream, but does this mean you're not going to be hand cutting anymore? Oh no, I am definitely going to be hand cutting. I'm going to be hand cutting way more than using this thing. But we're going to see how the patterns are going to be lining up. So you're going to see real quick how this kind of fits into most streams. There's probably going to be quite a few where I just don't use it. This isn't, I would say, the best fit for me here. But we're going to talk more about where they are a good fit, and then just seeing in the workflow, you'll be able to get a better understanding of it. And Cameron, for the 5, how long were you tinting before you decided to open your own shop? Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. I never wanted to open my shop, so I was tinting for like 13 years before I opened a place. Literally last year. So I guess 12 and a half. It just wasn't on my radar at all. I wanted to more do the videos and stuff. Ah, this piece. Shh, FedEx. This is why maybe doing this live wasn't a super smart. I hope this is gonna be okay. So this package, this box was just kind of wrecked when it got here. This little guy right here, looks like it goes there. I don't think it's 100% necessary because it looks like the bearing's still there. So these are the rollers. So you put your film roll on here, and then as it pulls the film through, it'll just roll, and then these bearings, they rotate. So it looks like that part, looks like this is just a cap that got destroyed. Yikes. Okay. So I think we'll be all right, because this is what it's supposed to look like, all nice and neat. Could probably order another roller, or they'd probably send another roller. This went missing for like a month. I was supposed to have this way long ago. When renting a place, do you have to get your own office phone and set all that up? Not really. So the place that you get into, it just depends on how professional that they want to be. So this place was like super easy for me to get into. Some of them, they'll want to do like background checks and like income verifications and stuff like that, just like renting a house or buying a house or something like that. Same thing for commercial property. Some of them, you just have an easy landlord that's like, yeah, whatever. And then some of them are going to be owned from a property company, or they're just a little different. They want to make sure that somebody is going to pay their rent on time. So you're definitely going to want some sort of separation there, but there's different ways that you could keep it separate for much easier. All right, I'm just thinking here. We're going to have to probably start with putting these guys on right here. Now, there's little questions I have, like, which side does this go on? Which is the front? Which is the back? All right, let me go check. Let's see if we can pull up a manual. So that would be this window here. Film cut. And we'll drag this over here. Desktop. Okay, so I was wondering firsthand how to get the software because they gave me a code for it. So this is the site, Plotter Depot. If you go to software and Film Cut, this is the software that we're using. There's apparently a clear difference between Film Cut and Film Cut Pro. We're only going to be messing around with Film Cut. So then you scroll all the way down here, and then you could download it. And boom, this is what the software looks like. So we'll get into that in a little bit. First, let's see if we can work. Oh, there. What do I have? I'm gonna go back. All right, workhorse. 53. Do I have a 53? I guess it's a 53. Okay. Looks like I got this guy right here. Extra pictures of this is gonna be real helpful. And then let me pull up my chat here too. Workhorse, never heard of it. I don't know which motors it has. They'll tell you though. If you go to Plotter Depot, they'll tell you about it. Okay. So it's a $1,600 plotter. Additional information. Servo motor. There you go. It tells you right here. Servo, inexpensive, 53, plug and play. And Kevin's here. Kevin, we're going to watch some of your videos, I think, or at least part of them. Oh, God, that's so loud in my headset. Sorry.
We got our plotter from plotterdepot.com.
Hey, that's what my box looked like, except my box was way more wrecked than that one.
Let's get it unboxed and let's get it put together. So let's get to it. Okay, so we're basically
oh, you know we
just gonna
will.
unbox it,
Where
look
is
at all the parts that's inside the box? See what tools we'll need to put the stand together and get it all put together. So
seriously, where is my? Oh, that's this window. Okay.
plotterdepot.com, guys, check them out. Right,
check them out.
got a box of some stuff in here. Beautiful. All the parts for our stands. So
one of my parts is already broken. Thanks, FedEx.
Figure out what tools we need. It's going to be your hardware box that's inside. Has all your bolts.
I was so happy that it came with a wrench.
Comes with the tools, which is pretty convenient. This is your catch basket. I'm just going to set this to the side. Your blade holder, which the feet.
Okay, so we're going to start with the feet.
Which are these pieces here.
Yeah, they lost it for like a month.
Start putting those together. Okay, so when putting this together, there's a couple things to look for. I'm putting this together, basically visualizing the
If you
machine.
see that the...
so we'll be talking about the front of the machine and the back of the machines.
If you see that the plotters have come a long way with the software, will you end up using it instead of hand cutting? No, not entirely, because they haven't.
The leg, the machine is actually going to mount to later.
Hey, we figured that part out.
Is obviously your leg portion.
Because the holes didn't line up, so you can't do it the other way.
Those go to the rear of the machine. So
there we go. This is where it's helpful.
This
real helpful for me.
Goes to the outside, and then the two holes that you saw here go to the rear of the machine. Which
see, this is why this matters a lot.
And then the other side, same thing. Plate stays to the top. You've got your two holes here that go to the rear of the machine. So this facing the machine.
Okay, so that goes on the rear.
This would be my left. So one last
so
thing before we start putting it
the
together,
long portion of the legs
have
yes.
holes that are not dead center of the leg.
Exactly.
So they're longer side and a shorter side. So the longer side goes to the rear of the machine to support.
That's it. That's what we need. Okay. Sweet. Is it working? Okay, cool. So, so I got some screws here. God, that's so helpful. That's exactly what I needed to know. I'm just gonna, oh, it's not blocking anything. So we got something here that we're gonna be playing around with. So I'm guessing screw, washer, and then a nut. Probably gonna do that. And then, so he said, oh shit, this is where you guys find out how dumb I really am. Oh, we're getting stuff on it already. Okay, so the longer side goes to the rear of the machine, and so do like the small holes. So that means that this would go like this, right? Essentially. Yes? I need to put this on the other monitor. Where's this window? Sweet. Yes. And then Kevin is going to sit in everybody's plotter live stream and help them set it up. Wait. Do I need a washer on both sides? Do I have double the amount of washers? No, just one washer on the bolt side. Okay, all right. Thank you. There we go. See, it's so much easier to set it up when you have the person that set it up before watching. Okay, there's one there. I'm sure you guys are. This is the part that everybody subscribed for, right? Let's watch Matt try and fumble with hardware for the next 20 minutes, and then we'll understand a little bit more why he doesn't like taking cars apart. There's a left and right side to those uprights. No, that might be backwards. Wait. Oh, this goes on the inside. It's right. Hang on. No, it's not. It's different. You have it set up different. Or is that the different one? Welcome to the wonderful world of not cutting out your quarter windows. Yeah, right? Okay. So this is what he's got here. And then we take this. My brain, it doesn't work this way. This is a dumb amount of mental energy for me to put into something. So then this will go right like that. Okay. No wheels. Nope. No wheels. We're budget here. We'll be, this video will be 1 million views. Lord, I hope not. Woo! We got one for sure. Cross our fingers for the other side. We at least know that this one matches up with the video that he's got. Okay, so this will go to the back side. So I'm assuming he set one up and then he unboxed another one. Or he just happened to know how everything went. I know I need this wrench in here. I hate little stuff like this. I should have done this the other way, but I wanted these things. Why did I do it this way? It doesn't make any sense. What's the difference between a cheap plotter and an expensive one? How much they cost? No, so there with vinyl, it's just quality. With vinyl, you can get away with a lot more freedom in like tolerances. Basically, we're taking a 1.5 mil material and we're trying to cut through only the tint portion, so the liner is never going to get cut. Okay, so this will be on the back side. So this will be on the right side. This will be on the left side. No. See it? Yeah, see? I don't have this set up right. There's no way I have this set up right, do I? Wait, maybe I do. Oh, look at that. That looks right. Right? I'm right. Sweet. Maybe I'm not totally dumb. Just lucky. So when you're investing in a machine like this, I would definitely suggest spending a fair amount, but that was years ago. Now we're gonna see how this is gonna work, but you know, I had a steamer on me the other day just completely stop working. So if this is critical to your business, I wouldn't suggest cheaping out, but this might be a way for a lot of people to get into it and then think about upgrading later, depending on how it's working out for you. I just bought my first cutter the other day. Looking forward to the time it'll save. I'm hoping, but we'll see. Oh, did I not pin that comment? I forgot. I was supposed to pin that. Here, I'm going to do this, and then we're going to pin message.
Be a bolt, a
Sweet.
washer, and a nut. You're gonna put
So
your
we have
washer
some
on your bolt
instructions.
before you insert it.
Kevin, walk us through some more.
Insert the bolt with the washer.
He's answering all the questions that I just had.
And spin the nut on. These you can go ahead and tighten down now.
I did mine opposite. I think he did it smarter than I did.
As far as putting the bolts in through the top or putting the bolts in through the
It's
bottom.
easier to get the Allen key at the
Matter.
bottom.
Make sure to tighten when you're done. This is our left leg we just completed. This is going to be a washer.
So he's doing the same thing on the other.
So we've got our right
Well,
side
bam!
and our left side. So next we'll work on the cross brace. Okay, so this next part's
Cross
a little
brace.
bit trickier if you're by yourself. You don't have a second,
yes.
second set of hands to help you out. There's multiple pieces that need to all be bolted up at the same time.
Oh, come on.
So you've got your legs with the feet installed. You've got two of these. There's a left and a
Yeah.
right side. And what you're looking for,
Yeah.
the notches to go down and the bracket. So these are your roller brackets. So they mount to the outside of the leg and the notches go to the bottom. And you'll notice, you remember the two holes here? Well, there's also two holes on the inside edge here. So this is going to wrap around the outside. Your brace is going to mount to the inside, like that, on all the same
I hate
holes.
this.
And then you're going to
I
have
should
one of
have done
these,
this off
which again,
stream.
there's a longer side and a shorter side. And there's an inside and an outside, so they mount with the L.
Samuel, thank you. I can't wait to get my order.
Longer, shorter.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much for the two.
$1.99. Can't wait to get my order.
You'll get it. Thank you so much for the two.
Right side, this would be our left side, and this mounts to the two top holes. So this would be the last piece on. So, like I said, it's going to look kind of crazy. It's a lot going on here. You got your cross brace, you got your outside piece here, and then you've got that piece to go in the top two holes. So my suggestion would be start with these two pieces here and do the bottom bolt. Bolt in the washer.
Oh, I'm glad he's doing this
Whoops.
for us
Drop that in
first,
on the top
because then a lot of
I'm
people,
sorry,
a lot
the
of
bottom hole,
instructions
where
would
you
just
leave
be
the
like,
top loop or
hey, and it's done.
drop that in on the bottom
See,
hole.
that was easy. And then everybody else is like, what the
Raise
fuck?
it up. I'm just going to use this as
then
kind
hold
of a
it.
kickstand. We've got the bottom one installed.
You look like a drunk man.
Bolt and a washer.
No, you're
Now
fine.
I'm going to do the top inside bolt.
These are like hugely professional.
I'm going to go ahead and lock these in place.
Okay, so it's really just the outside, the inside. But actually seeing
Bottom one
how this
installed.
goes is really helpful. All right. So he's got the one with the longer leg here. I've got two big old cross brace things. Why do I have two? Do I need two? I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Right? And then he said these things go down.
Jet 612 super chatted $6.66 to buy your beer after this hell.
T-Jet with the 666 to buy you a beer after this hell. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. How you doing? I thought you had a 60-inch plotter already. I have there's a Vinyl Express one that I have sitting at somebody else's shop that it's been there literally for years, and I've never gone and got it because they use it. They actually use it, and I didn't have anywhere to put it, or I wasn't using it either. Okay, so this is wrong. I need the other one. He's not wrong. I am. So that means, you know, Matt's first 24-hour stream. Shh. Oh, good Lord. So basically, it's going to be like this. So these are pointed down, this, and he said start with the bottom one. All right, we'll get it. Yeah, and once you put the first IKEA bookshelf together, then you're on a roll with the rest of it. It's that I never hardly do some of this stuff, so we'll get there. There's just going to be a lot of like, because I don't want to have to take it back apart and put it back together. And I'm half tempted to just plug it in and use it right on the table because it's got nice little feet here. So I don't even need all this garbage right now. These go down, set it up like that. Now! And then this is going to go right here. Ha-ha! Gotcha. And then, oh, you know something I didn't think of? I should probably put this the other way. Let me see what this is like. Can we get a wrench in there? Yeah, I think we can. So 14? It's a 14. Okay, yep, we're good. Look at that, easy peasy. Those rubber parts will go into the holes on top. Thanks for the heads up. That makes sense. But it's also nice. Like, you could literally put this on a tabletop, I think, and you might be able to use it that way. I don't know. Maybe it would drag the roll across the table. But it looks like it'll work right now. Okay, and then what? We got to do another one up top. I should have just retitled this to putting together IKEA furniture, but you know. I'm new to your channel. Welcome. Do you sell your own tint? No, I have GeoShield on my site, but I've been using them for a while before that. But this stuff, GeoShield, highly recommend. All right.
Inside bolt.
All right. Wait, the inside.
I'm gonna go ahead and lock these in place.
I didn't put that one in there. Oh shit, did I do that wrong?
All right, so we're left loose a little bit there. Now we've got our piece here. L to the inside of the machine and long side to us. So this is the wrong side. Okay. Long side to us, L to the inside of the machine, mounts on the 2 top holes. So we'll go ahead and do that now.
I might have to take that bolt out because I'm pretty sure it's critical to the other piece that he showed us that I completely forgot about. Oh yeah, that one. Okay. Yep. I gotta go take that out then. That's fine.
There we go.
You should totally Blue's Clues this joint and let us. I'll just have you guys talk me through the whole time. Yeah, that won't be an utter disaster. All right, so let's take this guy back out. We're gonna have to change the title to be How to Set Up a Plotter Stand. So this goes in here. Not the worst mistake ever to make. If you fly me up there, I'll put it together for you. What an offer. Although at this point, maybe. I don't know. I think we've made a good amount of progress. So, what? Oh, he doesn't have the thing. So, there's 2 of these, and it matters. You might get cut from the lost blades. Nah, we'll be fine. All the little blades that fall on the floor or fall through the bottom, we're cut proof.
L to the inside of the machine, mounts on the 2 top holes. So we'll go ahead and do that now.
No, bring it back.
Same thing. L to the inside of the machine.
L to the inside. That sounds like a rap thing.
I'm gonna go ahead and lock these in place.
Okay, so this is gonna go, these go in the holes. Or they are the holes.
So we're left
These
loose
go,
a little bit
these
there.
bolt onto the side. So it just matters.
Got our piece here.
There's one squared off.
L to the inside of the machine and long side to us. So this is the wrong side. Okay. Long side to us.
Long side to the front.
Inside of the machine.
L to the inside. Okay. So that's this right here, right? There we go. Yo, yo, L to the inside. There's one. And then we can bolt it on, or we might be able to get the other one in there. Da-da, and that'll hold it. 'Cause gravity. Sweet. Mm-hmm. Aha! L to the inside, long side to us. Yeah, what is that? This is that's how you remember how to set up the plotter. All rights reserved for Kevin. Came up with that one. Oops, TMCA. Got him. Okay. Did you buy a Graphtec? Yes. No, we definitely didn't. All right. Word, what's up? Let's go to the next part.
Same thing, bolt washer.
We already did that. We're moved on.
There we go. I'm going to leave those loose and go ahead and put together this other side.
I'm just kidding. He's going to pass me so quick, and I'm going to be left and be like, wait, what? Okay, same thing.
Doing the inside.
And then
on the inside, longer.
Ah, there it is.
Front.
I'm sorry. This is. Oh wait, hang on. I froze. 1 second. Stop streaming. Nope. Nope. We don't want to stop streaming. There we go. It's so dumb, but it's just funny right now. L to the inside. But I'm not going to remember this any other way. Okay, so that. Well, we've already gone through one of these. So how hard is the other side going to be? This goes here. Now this is going to be a little bit easier to prop up. We want to start with like the bottom bracket. That also looks like, does that look crooked to you? It looks crooked to me. I don't know. Let's see how this side works out. These go down. You know, I bet the other side was going to be easier than this because I had gravity working on my side. Aha! Never mind, we got it. Maybe it doesn't matter. Oh, this has a little angle to it, I think. Maybe that's why. I don't know. And then let's put this on the inside. Do you put a washer on the other side? No. Or at least we weren't supposed to. At least that's what the instructions. That's what the instructions say. If we have any problems, Kevin's to blame. No, righty-tighty. That's right. There we go. So there's that one. That. Hey, look at that. We're making some progress. Now it's everybody's favorite part. Now it's everybody's L to the inside. Yo, everybody in chat. No, don't do that. I'm just kidding. There you go, everybody. L to the inside. What have we started? I don't even know. Oops. There's that. Okay, so we got one. L to the inside. Sweet. Look at that. Aw. You're talking about people that leave tint, or take out the glass to tint. Now I leave it on the inside. QL to the inside. Sorry. No, that's great. Yeah, the guy actually posted in the group kind of his little setup, and I thought the idea, like, I personally would never do it, but I like the setup. It's super clean. It's just you take the piece of glass, you stick it to a suction cup, and then so all the water can run down. It's a really clean, clever little way to do it. I just can't imagine breaking apart new cars in order to, like, yes, we have to pull all the glass in your car. Yeah, no. So I don't want to get too far ahead of myself, but I kind of do. So, see this is where those rollers are supposed to go, and looks like with that broken part will be probably okay, but I'll let them know. When will this be on SoundCloud? Kevin, people want to know. Oh, good stuff. Let's hear it one more time.
Longer toward the front.
Ah.
Now we'll
Got the music going on in the background too.
This piece, L on the inside, longer toward the front.
Yes! The first side you did looks like it's not level. I know. I might have to adjust it or something, but yeah, it doesn't look level.
Good deal. Now that we've got all that on there, let's tighten it up.
Boom!
Hey guys, now that we've got all that tightened
Easy
up,
peasy.
we're gonna notice you've got another center
No!
support. This one you're not going to use
I
all
don't
the
want
holes.
another
this
one.
goes on the front side of the legs, and you'll notice you have
Okay.
two holes diagonal from each other. You've got one on the outside, and then you've got one that goes this way, a lower. You've got an upper and a lower. It's just for twisting support, so it doesn't need to be
We don't need it.
bolted like the back one.
We don't need structural support. So the...
Pop it into place.
All right, that's
like
why
I
there's
said, you're
two.
gonna put-
I was hoping it was a mistake. 1 second. So this guy right here. Oh, it is the same. So he drops in
It's
that
just
brace.
for twisting support, so it doesn't need to be, 4-bolted like the back one.
So that's just, and then it'll drop in.
Pop it.
GoPro. All right. This stand looks like it can withstand a 7.2 Richter. Or an angry tinter kicking it across the room, maybe. Okay, so this is gonna go there. Where's the lower bolt? Okay, so we got one there, one there. Easy peasy. So we got this one. Are we missing some? Oh no, I'm just having an aneurysm. Okay, so we're gonna put one here. All right, fine. I was hoping I could get the other side in before I had to do this. I'm probably gonna knock it out. Actually, yes. I hope I don't get flagged for the music. Like, not worried about the lyrics. We're worried about the tune, actually. All right, there we go. Here's one. So we can tighten these up. Hats off to Kevin. It's not my music. Can you talk about softwares in the future video? I can talk about them now. So, there's been one software that I've been impressed with, and the rest of them have been kind of like, to really let me down. And I don't know if this software is going to be any better, honestly. Not until you actually get a plotter and try it out. So there's just not any, it's not really good options for people that aren't really associated with a company. So if you get a plotter and you're using whatever film,
I'm not sure I understand.
you should. I'm making it real clear for you. Uh-oh. It's not lining up. Ah, shit. We probably shouldn't have tightened that one up. We don't really need 4. So if these aren't gonna line up, I'm not gonna worry about it. Yeah, these aren't. This isn't lining up. I think I gotta loosen these, prop it up a little bit. Grab a bigger hammer. That would work. I guess we'll just do it. Whatever. Nobody cares, including me. Aha! Now it'll work. Okay. We need that little wiggle. And now, ta-da! That's so it can withstand the 7 whatever earthquake, 7.2 versus a 6.5. Those extra little bolts there. Didn't think it was necessary. Or when you're going down Michigan roads with a plotter and a trailer, which is not something we're ever gonna do, but somebody else is gonna do it. Then it'll be like a 10.5. Righty tighty. Is it this way? Oh yeah. Most software has its good and bad points. Yeah, like anything, but it's just the level of annoyance that you have. Like, there's so much waste. It's like I'm paying $150 a month for a lot of softwares, and then how much of my material is it going to scrap because it just can't get patterns right? And that's not including the time. So that's why they got me all types of annoyed. There we go. Look at that. Hurricane proof. Okay, as far as these not looking totally straight, do we have to like loosen these up too and shift it a little bit? I don't know how much it matters. And then, because it's being, I don't know. It's like secured from the back too, so I actually can't just like shift it up that way. That doesn't make sense. Not really a big deal. All right, screw it then. All right, we're moving on. All right, what's next?
And then, like I said,
oh yeah, we did all this.
Count them out one.
Oh, that's just for the meat.
So
that's the media basket.
Keep them.
I thought it was a roller. No, it's the rollers
so
too.
Next step is we're gonna mount the machine.
The fun parts.
Okay, so on the bottom, you're gonna notice that there's tabletop legs, which is pretty neat, but we're gonna unscrew those.
Yeah. So we're getting rid of those. And then you just, well, bam.
The next thing we wanna do is
whoa!
set our machine right in it. And take
We
all four
just
legs
skipped right past it. Oh, and tighten them back on. Okay. I think we can do that. Why is this freezing? It doesn't like when I switch inputs. That's annoying. Okay, so front of the machine, we know long side to the front. Whoa. Okay. This is going to be fun to try and line up with no guidance. So we're unscrewing these guys. This is a ground, so I'm assuming you should loosen up a bolt on here and tighten this to that. Uh-oh. There's a washer. We got a lot of those. We'll be okay. Long side to the front. Oh, God. It's heavy, but it's not dumb heavy. Fun part is, oh, something fell. This is where Matt destroys a very expensive machine. Live on stream. Ah, we got it. Where did we lose one of those washers? There it is. Look at that. See? Perfect. Where did we lose it? This side. Plus shipping and tax. Don't forget about shipping and tax. And then we can screw these back on. You're not tightening these on here hardly at all. You're just like, because you don't have anywhere to, you're just finger tightening these things. That's not very secure. Oh, I suppose you could take them. No. You could probably just replace them with the bolts, because why do you need them like this? I hate Amazon and eBay charging tax now. Oh, are they? They're definitely not paying it, but cool. So, a couple little things that I already know. This is your lock. So when the film's in here, you lock it, you unlock it, you feed in your material. These things, the rollers, usually these like lock and unlock. Do these not, these have to slide, right? So we have some little, how do we move these things? Oh, that's up. Oh, my bad. So this is down. That's up. Oh, okay. All right. Oh, is that a fly? Oh, is it dead? It's a dead fly. Okay, perfect. So your not in use rollers, you want to move them probably all the way to one side to kind of stay out of your way. So typically you'll have like one of them for one side of the film, one for the other, and then, oh wow, that can just go anywhere then. Okay, so we can put that all the way to the side if we want. So those little screws, those adjust the pressure? Cool, all right. Do we have to, well I got you guys here, I guess I'm gonna find out, but this tape here, do we peel that off before? Because this is a Teflon strip or whatever they're using, but it has a piece of tape on it. So I'm assuming we're gonna remove that too. That is something I don't think I would have caught unless I've seen other ones.
The next thing we want to do is we want to
No, leave it?
make sure we
okay.
ground this machine down. I've seen people not put these on there.
That's
if you're using this
interesting.
for window tint, which I'm assuming you are. A lot of window tint has static built up in it, so this is just a precautionary measure so that if you build up static with your tint, or
You
if your
don't
body,
want to fry
touch the
yourself.
machine, it doesn't short it out. So the best place for this wire, given its length, is going to be the top bolt that goes through, facing in this way. So we're just going to loosen the nut up on the inside of the machine, and we're going to slide the fork down between the
Take it off.
frame and the nut.
Whoa, we have
tighten that
internal
down.
struggles. I feel like it's a protector, but I mean any other one that I've seen, it looks like it's just to protect it in shipping, but again, I don't know for sure. I mean, if you were to reapply one, you'd have to get the same tape and then put it on there, right? That's an interesting question. Who else has a work? We'll take a poll. You can straighten up the bracket. I don't want to straighten up the bracket. See what even if I loosen all of these things, I don't really think it's going to get much straighter. I don't think it's going to get straight at all. All right. We're going to even put the little ground there. Look at that. We're so professional. Come on, come on. There we go. Look at that. We grounded. See, this one and this one, they both have like the same bow on them. So it's just kind of like how they sit, I think.
And that'll ground that machine. So we're going to take our media rollers.
Let me take the rollers.
And these have notches on them, squared off notches.
So one in the very front, one in the back. One in the back.
Slide those into place.
One in the front.
There we go.
Because yeah, that's
And
all it
last,
is a media holder. Oh, I
media
see. The
basket.
catch basket goes in those
so
grooves.
You're going to obviously, there's really
Oh, it
no
goes
front
it's
or
a
back to
total
this thing.
back to front catch
But
basket.
you do have one that's, one side's going to go to the front, so it goes under.
Oh. Take the tape off? Okay. All right, cool. We have people that are on the same page. Again. God, this camera. Okay. I don't know. At least we know how to fix it. Okay, so one roller we'll go on the back. We'll explain these really quick. This is where more fun happens, I think. Because at this point, there's a lot of things that are already in place. Look at that. And then we can see where all the parts are starting to fit together. And then we get to cutting. And then we get to Matt angrily throwing out film as he tries to set up the exact pressure for it. Look at that. So we got the roller. So that's our media holder. So basically, no classic, Pro Classic, 36. And that's going to have to go through like this. It's going to go through the other one. We got to put this one through here. There we go. Ta-da! So this is where all the magic's going to happen, right? So then you're going to feed your plotter. It's hungry, and you're going to like slide it into place, and then you're going to line up with the pinch rollers, and then you're going to lock this thing down, and then you're going to cut it, just like that. Oh, this is not as smooth as Graphtec. Move them both back. But you sure? I'm sure Kevin's got it on lockdown. Leaving them like a little farther apart, I figured would be better. Leaving them... Everybody is talking about plotters and quarter windows. All right, so let me show you with them really close together. So I know we got to flip the roll the other way. Yeah, I don't know. It should go on the other way. You should, yeah, you got to have a little bit more room there. Because you don't want that roll to pop out of the rollers, the roll of tint to pop out of the rollers themselves. I'm going to say right here, because if we put them too far away, yep, this is the way that I've seen any other plotter go. Gives it just enough. So then you'll feed it through, you'll lock it down. I know we don't have the rollers in place, but that's basically what she's gonna look like. Is this short? This seems short to me. Maybe I'm just really tall. Okay, I'll tell you right off the bat, those rollers are not near as smooth is what I'd like them to be. We also maybe need to adjust this a little bit, so that could be part of it. Let me try it again. Like, they roll, don't get me wrong, but they also got beat up in shipping a little bit. And they're cheaper. Yeah, they're not as smooth. This will be fun. Nice. All right, on to the next step. Okay.
This thing's ready to put
Thanks for watching. Be sure to comment, like, and subscribe. And then we're on to the next one. Whoa! Your rolls can tend to drag with them separate, but try it out and see how they work. Okay, we'll do.
Hey guys, Kevin with On Point Pro Styles in Gainesville, Georgia. Back to the video, we put it together, we set it up.
We did.
Our blades came in, our blade holder. We've even got a pen holder. That's for something we don't need.
For
we had to set the blade holder.
Architectural.
One of our 30-degree blades.
Ah, shit. We gotta do this.
Pack.
Okay, this is where I actually have to pay attention.
Particularly use those, so that can go away. Break loose your locking ring here, the gold one. Run this in just a little bit. Take off your rubber cover to expose the cutting end. Cutting end obviously goes to the outside. Drop it in the blade holder.
I thought it goes to the inside.
It's sticking out pretty far. So we're going to turn this out to where we can barely see any tip. I don't particularly use those, so that can go away. Break loose your locking ring.
Which ones? I got.
Blades came in, our blade holder. We've even got a pen holder.
Sorry, I'm skipping too much.
We don't even do.
Clean
Cut
cut
our blade holder in
blade.
here. We've got our 30-degree blades. 30 degrees is which we use for window tinting. I'm going to show you how to set the blade holder up, how to test it out on the machine. That all needs to be done before tech support can even get it hooked up with your computer. So let's get to it. Okay, so blade holder and one of our
Blade holder,
blades.
30-degree blades. All mine are different color.
I don't particularly use those, so that can go away. Break loose your locking ring here, the gold one. Run this in just a little bit. Take off your rubber cover to expose the cutting end. Cutting end obviously goes to the outside. Drop it in the blade holder. Magnet catches it, and you can see it's sticking out pretty far. So we're going to turn this out to where we can barely see any tip on it at all.
Why do we have a red and a blue? I'm assuming different angles?
It's barely scratching.
What?
So we need a scrap piece
Why does
of
mine
tint.
seem like it looks different? Hang on.
Barely even feel it.
Oh, no, it's the
Magnet
same.
catches it.
Sorry.
You can see it's sticking out pretty far.
Okay,
Cover to
so...
expose the cutting end. Cutting end obviously goes to the outside. Drop it in the
Oh,
blade
so it just
holder.
drops in and catches with a magnet.
Magnet catches it. You can see it's sticking out.
Perfect. Okay,
Break
so this
loose
one's a
your
little different. This one's a little different than
locking ring
Graphtech.
here, the gold one. Run this in
Not
just
not
a
by
little bit.
much, but Graphtech you usually like
Your
pull
rubber
something
cover to
out
expose the cutting
entirely.
end. Cutting end obviously goes to the outside. Drop it in the blade holder.
So what do you do this
Magnet
afternoon?
catches
I'll
it.
just
You
watch
see
the
it's
guy
sticking
putting
out
a
pretty
plotter.
far. So we're gonna.
That's right. And then we put one together ourselves. So this one's gonna go right in here. And that's really it, huh? So this just is held in by a magnet. The Graphtechs are definitely a little different than this. But if that just holds in there like that, and then the gold is like a locking ring. Oh, so then that doesn't go up and down. Ooh, I get it. Okay, so like Kevin said, basically the blade drops in here. It's held on by a magnet. You loosen this side up, and then you have this gold locking ring. So when you get it in place, just put this locking ring in place, and then you'll be good. So you loosen up the locking ring, and then you can get this to barely stick out. Sweet. My vinyl plotter is the same holder. Yeah, the Graphtechs and the Roland, or at least the Graphtechs are different. You have to like take off the bottom cap entirely, pull that out. It's not held in by a magnet. Then you gotta clean them with like a
Turn this
toothbrush.
out where we can barely see
You get the 52? I did.
any
It's,
tip on
oh,
it at all.
it's
Barely
right
even
back
feel
here.
it. It's barely scratching. So we need a scrap piece of tint. I dug in my trash can, found a scrap piece, and obviously we want to lay this down where the liner
You
is.
guys. Can't believe Matt's setting up a plotter. I know, after all this time, Matt has a lot of frustrating time with plotters. So we are gonna take a scrap of this, and this is actually something I never did. I never set up a plotter on a table. So basically what he's saying is you want to put this out enough to like where you can barely feel it, and then drag it like you're cutting on the table. And then see where it's at and then peel it off. That was interesting. And we didn't cut through the liner. Really? So if we did like light pressure. Just to kind of ballpark it. Hope that doesn't fuck it up. That seems pretty nice. We're not going through the liner. Okay, maybe we'll just leave it there. Sticking out just a little bit. We can try that. So this guy will pop in here. And tighten this up. So let's lighten these up, right? 'Cause that's, oh, okay, yep. So we'll just leave these. The ones that aren't going to be used, we'll switch those to loose. Now, as far as these pinch rollers go, what's a good way to set these up? Put two on one side, two on the other. I like how they have them marked too. That's really handy. Because we have a whole bunch of rollers actually. 1, 2. This is usually like a longer strip too. So on the Graphtex, you typically like have a roll spot that's like this big, and then you have these little ones that are placed second to the left. No, like, so these rollers, I don't think we need to put them all in spots, right? Because some of them, they're just gonna kind of be sitting. Mine all go to one side. So that, and then, oh, maybe we shouldn't have loosened it up. Something like that. And then, so if you're doing like a 24, let's see where it lines up. Now, I've got a 24-inch roller. I'm already noticing I'm not quite sure where to even place this because I've got a fair amount of overlap on all of it. Like I've got a lot here and I've got a lot here. So it basically takes a 24 and cuts it down into like a 22. There's nowhere that's got it centered. Oh, except this. This is about as close as it gets, but usually you put the cut head all the way on that side, not way down there. That's kind of goofy. So if I'm going to set this up on a 24, basically, no, like that. It's just going to have to be like, shit. It's going to have to be all the way over here. Is that what you guys do for 24s on this thing? Oh, this thing. Like that? Really? So we have that much overlap here, and then we got that much material being lost all the way over there, unless we move it all the way to the end on that side. All right, let's take this tape off too. Don't push the cutting heads. Don't push the cutting head so fast. Oh God, I'm really coming from nicer plotters. Oh no. What is the difference? They feel very different so far.
The tint's faced across the film. It doesn't take much.
So this I thought was
Repeating
an
that
interesting little
process
test here.
till you feel like it barely cut through the film. Take it over to the machine.
So he adjusts it on a table until it barely cuts through the film, and then he puts it over to the plotter. Okay, this is where...
I've loaded up a 20-inch roll into the machine. Film side up, liner side down.
I think 20 makes more sense than 24s
as far as placement on the machine, it doesn't matter if it's
but
all
I have
the way left or
24s.
all the way right in the middle. The biggest trick
We're gonna load a
is, or the biggest
36.
key is making sure that your pinch rollers cover as much of the film as possible, and you want them as close to the edge as possible as well. So there's a pinch roller here, here, and here. So that seemed like a good spot for the film. Now out of the box, this was set at 288 as a speed and 111 grams of force.
Okay, I'm gonna put that section on hold for a sec. Let's get some of this set up. We're getting into the serious little bits now. So we haven't put the catch basket on yet. That's kind of optional, but we'll do it for kicks and giggles. And then, so this guy will go right here. You should set it up with your thickest film. I actually do really want to use multiple blades. I'd be kind of a total nutcase about it. I'd have one for each type of film that I use, so one for carbon, one for ceramic, one for dye. And then one for some other projects that I have planned. We're going to do some graphics with it. Not vinyl graphics, but tint graphics. Because we'll have a plotter, so why not? Okay. Catch basket. This isn't... So on a GraphTech too, this catch basket, you can just go up and you can push it in and pull it back out. This is fixed. It looks interesting. It looks pretty legit. It feels a little cheesy. So that's my 50. We're gonna try a big old roll of 35%. 35 is going to be one of those things that I have a lot of that I don't go a ton through. So we're going to load this. Ta-da. Just like the olden days. Are we? Yeah, we had to have, right? Yes, there we go. Ta-da. Let's line this up. Let's see where this... Nope. And... Oh, come on. You shut up. I feel like this thing likes 36s and 20s. Or you gotta put it all the way over there. It still doesn't line up perfectly. Really? Film side up. I'm not switching to 2040s. I mean, in some of them, yeah. All right, here. So you can set the origin point. I just so used to everything being right here. Clear difference right now is the rollers on a GraphTech. I'm gonna just speak for GraphTech because I know that. I'm assuming they're similar for Roland. So you're gonna have an extra long roller here where you could move the film 1/4 of an inch, 2 inches. Basically, one of these rollers would be this wide. And on this one, we have 2 roll points, which I figured would have been like 36, 24, just pretty standard sizes. But whenever I put it here, I'm just clear off of a roller. And then when I put it on the back, I'm only barely covering like half of it. And even here, 36 is halfway here and halfway here. You kind of want to be more centered on one of the roll points. You don't want to feel like it's going to just skip off on you. So since we can set the origin point, I guess we're just going to put it kind of here. I figured this was real basic. So when you're loading this too, you want to make sure most of your film is flat to like one side of the roll. Like somebody said in chat, you're going to make sure, so basically you're going to feed a bunch of film through, and then you're going to kind of roll it back, just like pinch the roll, and just kind of like keep some tension here, and get it to all lay flat, and then lock it down. That way you know it's going to roll about as straight as you can. But when you're cutting front doors, back windshield, without having to swap out the roll, you're not going to want to adjust this and set it back up. You want to keep going off of the one roll. And with it being so close to the edges, if this starts to skip off track, you'll watch it shift, rip through a bunch of film, and potentially destroy your cut strip underneath. So those are some little things that I'd be pretty concerned about right now. Where is my, right here. Okay, so this is the one USB cable that I set up in advance for this. You cry at the dollars wasted, 100%. So when somebody asks what is the difference between a cheap plotter and an expensive plotter, those are some clear ones. I can just tell you, it doesn't feel like an expensive plotter. It feels okay, but the rollers aren't as smooth, the cut head's a little stiff, these things feel a little cheap as you're dragging them back and forth. It doesn't feel the same. But that being said, I've had plenty of frustrations with the Graphtec. These are just some clear ones that have stood out right now. So now we need the power cable too. But we're getting close. If we can get it to cut patterns, that'll be a success for today. You guys thought I'm just jumping in and gonna love using a... Wow, did I really just do that? You guys just thought I'd be jumping into a plotter and it'll all be sunshine and rainbows? Whoa. No. I knew a lot of this stuff, and there's some surprises for sure. Okay. We're going to turn it on. Flip the switch. Ooh, it connected to the computer. That's a good sign. It's moving. It's doing some stuff. Force and speed. Okay. Ooh. Oh, what? Oh, I thought this was up and this is down. So speed is right here. That's cool. I like that. That's real simple. And force and speed, to have that flexibility right here, that's nice. Graphtec, you kind of have to go through some confusing settings. I just got the buttons right here. And then, I'm assuming there's, what's this button do? How do I switch to my other things? Options, no data. Set, test, laser. That's where you laser cut your patterns instead. Move X and Y. Oh yeah, that's it. Look at that. There we go. We plotting now, boys. Okay, so you'd want to set like an origin point right about there. So that's it. That's literally it. So on, off, and then you move it. Is there any way for it to know if you're cutting, like where the walls are. So on a Graphtec, if I tell it to cut here, it'll go through a setup process and it'll zip over and check where the rollers are, check where my film is, and then it'll skip it back. Okay, so then this is... All right, can we just do a test? Oh, that's cool. That was cool. We're almost through. This thing, you know, I give it credit. This thing's a little intuitive. Oh, whoa, wait, did it really? Hang on. Let me use my brain here. So if I just... If I push that, it'll go back to the origin point. That's cool. So we want to do there. We can set that as the origin point, and then we can test another one. Speed. Oh yeah, we want to change the speed on this too. We can go a little bit faster than that. So on. Oh no, we pressed the wrong button. So we move it there. No, stop it. So press that, move it there, and then enter. Is that? And then if we, so change the force to like 51, and then we click test. It is real quiet. This is worlds quieter than the Graphtec. Used to them going, I mean, like, they're not loud, but louder than this. Maybe when we get, all right, that's not too bad. So is this supposed to, like, cut? It does a square and a triangle. Is it supposed to be, like, the same pressure? We're going to move it, maybe we should just leave it where it's at. I also don't have a nice place just to, like, slice my blade in and chop all this extra off. It doesn't have a crosscut feature, does it? No, it wouldn't. It doesn't have this stuff. Okay. Nope, don't. Stop. Ah, I pressed the wrong button. Okay, so then this, and then we can move it back. And then this way. And then we can do like enter. So we'll set the force up just a hair, and then we'll see what happens. Let's see what happens here. Okay, what are people saying? The slot in the front is your cutoff guide? Okay, so there is a spot for it. 0.25 offset. I don't know what that's referring to yet.
I'm gonna try
Sorry,
to
we're
run
being full simpleton with this.
machine, if possible, between about
Okay,
60 and 80
so what's
or
cool
close
about
to
this
that
is
if I
he
can.
goes
So
through
you're gonna use
how
your
he
force
sets up
buttons
his
left
blade,
and right, you're gonna bring
and he
it
goes
over,
through some of the features of like what we just kind of worked through.
least amount of
But you can
force.
see
I
it's
wanna run it
actually
up.
not overly complicated.
So it cut through the film and the
And
line.
then it's
You
got a
get
little
to
test.
test. off. Don't want it in there.
Ooh, somebody can answer this real quick. Every time I cut patterns, do I have to click origin again? Or is it going to be something really dumb? Okay, so here's the software. How do I leave? I also don't know anything about the software, so just full disclosure. Type Tint. 1 second. Let me close the software, and then we're going to open it. You have to hit origin every time? Really? That'll be a huge bummer if that's the case. Okay. So I'm waiting for this software to pop up now. Uh-oh. Oh, okay, there we go. Pretty sure. Oh, no, that's not good. Okay, so this is what you first see when you log into FilmCut. To register your software, you go up to here, you put in your key. You have to set up offset and close off blade to eliminate the gap of the blade. Select utilities and set up plotter. Oh, I didn't do that part yet, did I? Okay, so this one, it recognized it. Hey, so does that mean we're good? Does that mean like literally that was it? Because this is like the most painless I think ever it's been. Okay, so 2019, we're gonna cut out an Alfa Romero 4C. No, I don't want to do that. Let's do a Chevy Blazer 21 through 19. Wow. That's interesting. These are all the options for it. Oh, those are my quarter windows. Front door with quarter windows. So if I hit nest, this is about all I figured out, is when you hit nest, it gives you all the pattern options. Now, what I don't know, so if somebody could answer this too, this would be like really helpful. I couldn't figure out how to rotate. Is there literally not a way to like rotate a pattern? Because that will also be a huge bummer. Okay, I'm just gonna try it. I'm just gonna go for it. And then cut. Whoa. Oh, it's doing something. Oh, speed's really low, but it is doing something. Where's it going? Where are you going? Oh, shit. How do I stop it? No! You're going to... Stop. Oversized, please reset. Okay. All right, we made a boo-boo. We're going to turn it off. We're going to turn it back on. Oh, we got to move this a little slower. That's how you reset it. Oh, no, there's a reset button. Oh, shit. Uh-oh. Huh? Oh, hang on 1 second. All right, guys, I'll be right back. 1 sec. I got somebody dropping off a car. I got a good car. I got a good car to try some quarters. We're not going to do it tonight. We're going to do it tomorrow. I have a Nissan Versa. One second.
Right there, it cut the liner, so I think I was right where I needed to be with the 50.
Okay. So I have a Nissan Versa that we're going to be doing tomorrow in ceramic. So that is a perfect car to see how the quarter windows are going to line up. And then we'll probably play around with the plotter a little bit more besides those quarter windows. But in the meantime, let's get this dialed in with the Pro Classic right now. We're probably going to have to change it for the ceramic, but I just want to, if we're going to scrap some film, we might as well do it on the car that we have. Now, for this, the width, is this the start here? And then this is the end, so I should have this up towards the top? Is that how this should go? Because the plotter just starts to skip totally away from me, which makes sense if this is like the whole length of the plotter. And then everything, I don't know. Normally plotters, they like cut this way, right? And not necessarily this way. So these are also some questions that we need to answer. Yes. Okay, so let me skip over to the plotter, and we're going to try and set this up one more time. So, oh, it still hasn't, I don't have a screen. We're going to turn it off. This is how you fix all plotter issues. You turn it off, and then you turn it on. Okay, and then, so we press that button, and then we move it here. And then we're like, okay, I want it here, so we push enter. And then it should cut from there. And then I'm going to run over to my software here. I'm going to click, oh wait, speed. What about speed? We want this to cut a little bit faster. Speed. 130. Do you have to set the width of the roll in the software? I don't think you can. Wait, no, here, length, width. Oh, look at that. There we go. Oh, that's really kind of a dumb way of doing it, but that works. Okay. So now, yeah, that's shortened up. Okay. I run mine on 240. Okay. We're still slow. I don't know what any of these numbers mean until I start seeing it in action. So we're going to do 240. You know, it's like a BTU meter. It's like, what do these numbers mean? I don't know, but let's just put our hand in front of it and see what it feels like. And then that's a reference. Okay, I push cut. It's doing something. Oh, shit! We plotting, boys? Did it work? Oh, come on. No! I don't know. I don't know if we went through. I'm all excited. I don't want to scratch it up already. Probably need to go a little bit harder on this. Yeah, for sure. So we need to put a little bit more, probably blade out, honestly. Maybe a little bit more force, but the test went pretty well, but this is when you start getting into the weed of things. So you don't quite know if anywhere. Yeah, we need to go a little bit more. So, oh, it reset. It went to 45. So every time I reset this, is it just going to be dumb? Oh, no. Okay, so we press that. We can skip this over here. We can put that as the new origin. And then that's the new origin. So if I click cut, it'll start from there. it keeps a, but if you turn off the plotter and turn it back on, is it like smart and gonna remember? Oh, we're almost there. No, wait, no, we're not. Oh yeah, we are. We're close. We're real close. So if we do this, we can move it out of the way. Ooh, ooh, just a smidge up. So we want this to go this way. And then we could go that, and then go force. We'll do 57, and then we'll see how this works. Wait, did we push the button? Did we push the button? Okay, cool. I don't even feel like I'm pressing the button. It's kind of annoying. I click it, but nothing happens, and then the plotter starts doing its thing. I don't feel like it's sending. Oh! Oh, look at that! We have a first perfectly cut pattern. I feel like it was almost sticking in like one spot. But this is good. Oh, this little notch here. Is that? And then you could, what, groove your blade in there and do one of those guys. Now I want to buy Graphtech just so I can show you guys the differences here. Because there are some clear differences between how this thing works. Some of it is really kind of simple and nice, actually. Like it's part of it's really user friendly. But I think there's going to be some of this. Let's put it up to 60. So we're at 60 and 240. So I'm going to turn it off, turn it back on a little bit, and then see if it remembers it or not. We're going to cut out a bigger window here, too. So let me get rid of that. Drag in a back glass. How do I rotate? Oh, wait, what? That's... Shut up. I don't know if I like this or I absolutely hate it, but it makes me smile a little bit. There's probably a keyboard shortcut. You click and hold, and then you can use the scroll wheel on your mouse, but it's pretty rough. You might be able to fine-tune it a little bit. Now, you know what? I've got an excuse. Oh, sorry, I forgot. Now I have an excuse to get one of those Logitech wheels with like the infinite scrolls that just you... Pew! Or Alt and arrow keys. Okay, Alt. What? Okay. Oh, but what if I just want to like... It's got to be out of the way. Okay, so you can fine-tune it a little bit. Yeah, you can move it with the arrow keys, and then you can press Alt, and then you can do it. Okay, I don't hate that. Oh, at least that's flat. All right, we're going to go for something that we would normally do. Ooh, let's get rid of this. Ooh, delete works. So here's front doors with quarters. This is a totally standard setup. I would be cutting this out all the time. I would set it to 35. Yeah, it makes sense. Okay, so we're gonna click cut, right? Let me make sure. We're gonna go for gold here. We're gonna go through and see what weeding some patterns is really like. Damn, that's badass, Norman. No, we're still gonna hand cut. Everybody's like, not gonna hand cut anymore. Yes, we're definitely gonna hand cut. Shut up. We'll go over why we're still going to. I mean, I already have, but basically, here I have my table. This is a very rough setup right now. I just threw my other glass board on top of a table. So let's wipe this down real quick. And we're gonna cut out and we're gonna weed a couple of patterns here. So what does that look like? So you're gonna find out why I'm real cynical towards plotters when patterns don't line up quite so nice. Okay, so this is my origin point. Boom, right there. This is going to fit, so I click cut. So now it spits film out. Ooh, look at it do its thing. Wait, why do I have a roller there? When did that happen? Oh, that's not supposed to happen. I have an extra roller. This isn't supposed to be there. I don't know where I got confused and left that in there. I'll take that out. It's not leaving an impression, though. There should be like a clear roller line impression, but I'm not seeing one right now. So maybe it's just like lightly pushing the film, but it shouldn't be there. So catch basket, you can see where it starts to almost crinkle up. Be careful of stuff like that. Does the catch basket not go under the machine? It might. Maybe I put it wrong. But they've always crinkled up. So if I'm going to cut this off now I have to press this, and then I have to kick it forward. And then we'll rearrange the rollers. That's my bad. And then cut that off. Whoa. Now we have some tint kits to sell. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not doing tint kits. So when you go to weed patterns, you want to make sure you got a little bit bigger of a table for one, because having a 36-inch wide table is very necessary for 36-inch things. So whenever I weed the patterns, you're basically recutting a little bit extra. So every time I cut here, I have to do this. So it's like I'm like hand plotting out my own plotted patterns because I want to get rid of this extra material here. So, ooh, cool, I got my door. And now I want to take out the frame. So if my blade wasn't the right pressure, I'm gonna run into snags here. Like that. See that? It's not quite right. Probably need to go a little bit more. But this is, oh, yep, we definitely need a little bit more here. It's like almost there. Yuck. The up and down cut was fine. This part, yep, we need to go through just a little bit more. See, these side cuts, those are totally okay. So cutting something like a quarter window and our little test square is totally fine. Now cutting this out, we just ruined 2 doors. And yes, I did buy that film. So look at that. See, quarter window, totally fine. Door window, not so much. Did you do a force cut test? I did. But do you know what the real test is? The real test is actually cutting out some doors and then running into regular problems. Yep, it's snagging way too much here. That should come off freely. Okay. So, what do you do with patterns that don't get cut out right? Literally that. Good times. Good times. All right. So, I think what I want to do, could it be moving too fast? It's possible, but I'm just going to tighten that up a little bit. We'll keep it on the same It's a nitpicky setting. That's usually what it is. Just one of those little, like, you gotta have this sucker dialed in. And then you'll see when we change it to like a ceramic roll, this is just part of owning a plotter. Oh yeah, were we supposed to put it? Let's try putting the catch off of here. Let's throw this totally under. That doesn't seem right either, but I don't know. Just try and cut the Nissan Versa? No, let's do the Blazer. Okay, so let's cut it again. We adjusted the blade a little bit. Oh, we forgot the the roller. Is there a stop button? How do we stop this? So as long as we're not ripping through the liner on any of these cuts, it will force stop. No, like what's the button? Which one of these buttons will stop it when I'm in a cut and I'm like, no, stop? Do I just like pull the handle? I don't know how smart or dumb this thing is. There we go. There's probably a way to kick it forward right after you cut this all out, though. We'll see. All right, let's see. Do we have any real messed up? Ooh, right there. That's not good. See how we're cut all the way through the tint? You don't want to be. So we're gonna back off the pressure, or we're gonna pull the blade back in just a little bit, and we're gonna adjust the pressure, I think. Probably should have just. Oh yeah. Yeah, we're gonna do that. But now we might be in a position where we actually cut through everything that we needed to. Bye-bye. We're using film cut. There'll be a pinned comment with a link to it. I don't think I put it in the description because it was just kind of, what time is it? 4? All right, we're not that bad. Ooh, that's nice. That's nice. That's nice. That's not nice. Why did it hang up? It hung up on both the corners here. What? It doesn't make any sense now. Why would the top be totally fine and the bottom is just like completely snagged now? See that? These aren't even connected either. That little cut and that little cut. It's not good. So what's going to happen is I'm going to get like part way through this, and that's not cut all the way through. Yikes. Okay. Well, let's first fix the roller issue that we have. Try letting it cut slower. It's a workhorse. It's in the name. Speed. Okay, this cut head is going to have to go all the way here, and then this one's going to have to go here. You are on cut duty there, and then we're going to have to put you into... Okay, there. Let's keep this one kind of. So let's take this back out. We're gonna loosen this up. We're gonna back off the blade. And we're gonna do, why not cut just one window? Yeah, we could. I'm just kind of putting it through its paces because I thought we had it dialed in with all the small cuts. And then it's like, psych! I like giving it a real world test. Those long cuts all the way down, we'd still be cutting out the same amount of film. So rather than turning it sideways, like I actually want something that I'm going to be using on the car. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. It was just putting it back. So, okay, so that is, we'll put the force to 60 grams. Could be too fast. That wasn't even that fast, really. You need to get some, it's a workhorse. You guys. We're gonna put a speed to a place that we're not even gonna be happy with because we'll hand cut it faster than the plotter's gonna spit it out. So if I get rid of, oh, I can, that's nice. I can, so if we take this and then, try it slow first to find the problem. It doesn't, I don't think speed's the issue. The blade doesn't change. Oh, that's why. Let's try that. Oh, it's Kevin telling me. Maybe I should listen. No! Oh, no! Wait. Oh, okay. Whew. I was freaking out. I thought it was going to run off and start cutting somewhere else completely different. You guys want to know what owning a plotter's like? This is what owning a plotter's like. You get your printer, you're all happy, you set it up. And then you get to working, and then it just starts ripping through your film, and you're like, why are you using only 2 wheels? So it doesn't put impressions in the film. You just want one on each side. Although, with the way that pinch roller wasn't leaving a mark, that was okay. I think that'd be fine. Ooh. Okay. Kevin, does yours have random hang-up spots where you have to go through and make sure it peels down the whole thing? God damn it. Just this whole side. I hate plotters! Everything worked good, except for this side. This side is not okay. Why? I peel it a certain way so it peels much easier. What way do you peel it? I get, but if you do 2 in the middle, we might be able, well, historically, anytime I've used a Graphtec and seen shops use them, it's one cut wheel, or it's one wheel on each side, and if you lock down the center, they leave roll marks. Did it do the thing again? Hang on. Oh. Instead of peeling away, roll it under and peel away. No, it doesn't, because we don't have a video. I wish it did make more sense. But it's just tearing along the whole edge. It's not doing anything good. I hate plotters. I don't ever want to touch them again. Is that fair? Maybe, maybe not. Okay, let me plug this in. We went through one GoPro battery, it's 430. So all the software, setting up the actual machine, it's all working. It's fine-tuning the cutter. And once you get that, then you'll mostly be there. Know what you mean. Well, then somebody make a small video and post it in the group, in the Facebook group, and then I can see it. These are all those things that everybody has a hard time with that more people should know then. Okay. What do we want to do? No. Okay, that wasn't I'm supposed to do that. What does this say? Does it not do, it doesn't say anything different when I release the thing. Interesting. Graphtex will have little like, it'll let you know, and it's got more alerts. But this is pretty user-friendly. So then we do that. 60 grams. Look at orientation of the pattern, and you'll see the knife doesn't push the foil to the cutting all the way. It doesn't really help me, though. What angle blade? I don't know. Kevin told me to use the yellow one. This is all just, Kevin! You know, just like from Home Alone. So I've got 3 different ones. It looks like he got one with all yellows. And I'm assuming all these are different angles, but they're not labeled. They're just, I've seen a bunch of these. They have 3 in them. I don't know which is which. And then I also have this other one. This is 25 degree. So is that close enough to 30 degrees that maybe we should use this one instead? Because we got a few. This thing's beefy compared to the other ones too. So, I don't want to lose track. This one's got a big fat end to it. Way more chunky than the other ones do. You want to use 25 only for tint. But this blade looks significantly different. This is the clean cut blade, premium carbide blades. In order to look at the actual blade itself, I'd have to take it out. And I don't know if I want to do that. Not yet. Ah, 63, 66. Let's do that. Let's give it one more go. We'll take a look-see. There's no hang-ups, though. Like, no hang-ups as far as the machine cutting what I'm telling it to. Like, it's all there. It's all working. So that's nice. But yeah, some people have said these machines aren't necessarily for window tint, which, yeah. Oh no. So, put all the pinch rollers down and cut it again. But we have to lighten up the pinch rollers because you can see like a light pinch roll mark on the edges. Kevin, if you're still here, do you put all the pinch rollers down or do you not? I feel like I'm talking to a bunch of people that never tried using a plotter for tint before. Nobody puts all the rollers down. It leaves impressions is what I'm trying to say. I think what he's doing is maybe this. Is this what you're doing? Just the outside. This is why plotters are good for vinyl, and for window tint, it can be a little bit of a song and dance in the very beginning. That was closer. Have you used one for 10 years? And you put the pinch rollers all through the middle? That's better. No, stop it. Yeah. Only 2 rollers. It does leave marks, but a heat gun should make it. No, I don't like that answer at all. Put the rollers in the middle, but don't leave them pressed down. It makes a little bit more sense. No, stop it. Okay, force. Oh, I'm not hitting the enter. All right, we're gonna put this up to 72 because we still haven't ripped through the film yet. So I press this. I go a little forward. No, come on. Oh, let's just do this. Screw it. The old-fashioned way. And we'll back it off. We'll do this. We'll click enter. That's our enter, and then we'll cut it out again. We'll see what we get. I Facebook messaged you a quick video. Oh, that's smart. All right, we'll take a look. So it's just kind of like, it's just kind of how they are. Yeah, there's going to be a wave in the middle. You could maybe put the rollers down and keep them light to keep the material like a little bit more organized that way. But I can tell you, most people are told to never do that because of the impressions that it leaves. That sound. Okay. So we're definitely harder on the pressure, but we're still not cutting through it. I like that. Ooh, that's going cleaner. Ooh, we're almost there. I probably could put out the blade a teeny bit, maybe. Most of it's this side though. Like, it's like there's just a handful of areas that it's just hung up there on the far right side. It wasn't super great. Maybe we can, oh, did we not adjust this either? I don't think we adjusted this. That could be, we might have found a problem. We didn't do any, spring tightening on this. So that's totally my bad too. That could definitely be some type of an issue. Because remember, we got rid of one of the rollers. Your plotter will be definitely more dialed in than mine. So that, and then let me just eke the force up one more, and let's see how this goes. That'll just be for Pro Classic. Wait until we get into another film. God, that really, ooh, I don't like that at all. Why does it do that? Oh, I had a thought. It doesn't do a back cut. It does one continuous cut. Oh, is there a way to switch this to just continuous or to back cuts instead of a continuous? Because it's pushing and cutting and pulling and cutting. That's not good. I mean, it can work, but that would be why we're having such a hard time with one side and not the other. It's because it's cutting in one direction one way. Not yet, soon. Oh, come on, man. Well, I can't really. Okay. So that's my problem right now, is all this is going pretty good, but when it's pulling it back into the machine, or it's doing one of two things. I think it's pushing and cutting at the same time. It's not pulling and cutting. So when you're getting over to this side, that's where it's dragging it back in as it's cutting. That is a better way to do it. Anybody want some patterns? Plotters don't waste any film. I save all types of film when I use a plotter. So, not yet. They're working on it. Hopefully soon. That's not great. So not super impressed yet. I think some of the things are getting there. I mean, as far as compared to some other software, it's okay. Like, it's very simple. It looks like it'll get the job done so far. So, for example, if I just want to, Tint, oh wait, no, 2010, like what I need is just like, I just want to get my car and I just want to cut it out. So I have a Kia, why do I pick cars that I don't even, like, let's just do something current, right? Like a 2020, is it going to be Ram under there, or is Ram going to be under its own thing? Oh, it is. Look at that. So a Ram 1500 Crew Quad. This is where I got to remember this kind of stuff. So 1500 Crew, and it's really easy to like jump into the next set of patterns, right? I like that. And they have prearranged stuff that you would normally do, so we can delete that. We can drag. Oh, okay. I didn't want to do that. I want to drag all of them. Oh. Oops. I got to learn shortcuts for this. I don't know anything yet. But here's my patterns. Maybe control. Oh, whatever. Now it's letting me drag all of them around. Cool. So I put what I want where I need it to be, and then you click cut. That's most of what you want to do. You're going to want to also be able to have the you can take it and then you can like rotate stuff and rearrange your patterns. That's like 95% of what you're going to want to do with most software. As long as the patterns work, everything is kind of there. This is a very simplistic looking software though, so it's kind of, it's a little silly. Definitely some of the other ones look like they have a little bit more work put into them, but I hear the patterns are nice, so there's that. I remember talking to somebody, do the Subaru front quarter window if we had one here. I've got a Nissan Versa outside, but we're still trying to get this thing dialed in. So there's no way, check for new version, file. Yeah, like there's no options here. This is also basic. So that's a good thing and a not so good thing. So if you just want to get a software and you want to play around with it and you just want to get to cutting, cool. But all those little things like what are a couple little critiques already with something like this? Well, as far as the plotter goes, having something as simple as a longer roller here would have been nice. That way I can put the film exactly where I want it to be on the rollers, have a generous amount of overlap without it being too annoying. But instead, we had to shift this rollers all the way over here. And then when I take a 24, I'm assuming I have to kind of keep it in the middle. There's some really nice simple things, like when I go to adjust the force and the speed and then reposition, it gets a little confusing with like the front and back, but some of the things are really easy to get to. So that's cool. I can push force and speed and just like adjust things as I go right there. Once you get it dialed in, you're never going to want to touch those again though, as long as it's working. But yeah, as far as feel, as far as looks and everything goes, it's definitely a little cheesier than something as nice as a Graphtec, and I didn't quite know what that would translate into, but it looks like once they change a couple things in the software, it'll work well enough for what we need it to. So yeah, I just wish we had a way right now to get it on a cutting, like get it to cut on a drag instead of pushing and pulling. Makes sense why a quarter window would cut much easier than front doors, because there's just a lot more material that's getting pushed through when it's cutting. I'm just trying to think. It looks like a knockoff Titan 2 and 3. I don't even know. I've never even messed around with any of those. The only plotters that I'm familiar with are Graphtec and Vinyl Express. So if I, kind of annoyed, if I take this out, then that'll completely remove all my settings. I mean, it's possible I just completely screwed up this blade too. When we were cutting on the table, I could have just completely butchered it. I don't know. How do we get this out? Oh, shit. Oh, no. You just pushed the peg. Oh, I'm so dumb. Well, we definitely screwed it up now. That looks dull. I probably screwed it up on the table. You guys, see, you guys have been doing this a little bit longer than I have. Or more recently than I have. Damn delay. I know, there it goes. So that's a little bit taller. It definitely doesn't have as nice of a point anymore. So it's possible I just screwed it up on the glass table. Oh, that one's definitely a lower angle. So we're just kind of throwing blades all over the place. Let me show you this one too. This is why I didn't even want to try this one. Look at that. So you see the difference right there? This is the one on the right is a chunky boy. Should we use the chunky one? All the little fine, yes, those. Which is those? The chunkier one is the 25, but it's chunky, which is why I didn't even try it. Maybe we'll get this good enough today. Let's pop this boy in. I'm not even going to drag it on the table. We're going to lower the force a little bit. We're going to cut out something smaller. So we're going to go like 45, because I'm learning. And then we go to nest. It's going to give me... Use the test button. No, I don't like the test button. I don't. The test button doesn't really, I mean, it kind of tells me something. But I learn more from the bigger pieces. The little, like, it gives you a ballpark with the test. Wow, that is moving so slow. But okay, a little bit more force. Look at that. See? We're already guessing it now. A little bit more force. Let's put up the grammage. Gram to like 54. And then... And then... Yeah, I know. I might burn through the film and cut into my strip. I know. All right, one more. Let's see. Camaro quarter window. But you can see how much the film is kind of bunching up as it's cutting in both directions. If it just did drag cuts, I think it'd be a lot more consistent. But This way is definitely faster. We went through all the way in like one spot, so we could back off a little bit. I think we're really close. I didn't think that other, what were we? 451? I think we're real close. So if we do this, and then set that up. And then let's cut one more time. I'm gonna forget all about this next time I go to set this up. It's gonna be running, it's gonna be great, and then I'm gonna kill a cutter. Then I'm gonna be totally screwed because I'll forget what I need to do. Oh yeah, another thing I was gonna say. So when you're little things, little quality of life adjustments here. So after I'm done cutting out the film, I'd want to spit out extra all the way up to this line so I can cut it out. And then like, if it was really smart, when you go to cut the next piece, it like retracts it back to where it was. So on something like a Graphtec, they have a little like an eye right here, so it knows when it loses the material and when it has it. This, it'll have no idea if you have it or not. Oh, oh, ooh, that was good. That was much better. Let's cut out our blazer. I think we honed in on what we needed to do. Oops. I keep pushing that button. Okay, and then that's our origin. Post feed is another option they'll have rolling out. Good. What if they've been doing this whole time? I figured like that would be a thing that they would have already had. There's some things that you take for granted. Okay, so let's load this back in. We're gonna, for all the marbles here, we're gonna cut. Oh, it's going way slow. It's so quiet, though. It really is. I'm worried it was going to cut off at the end. It's not. Yeah, the way this all bunches up here. But that's why you only put the blade so far out, and then the pressure between that and the strip should be pretty even. It's very smooth. But if other people can get it to cut going both ways, then I can too, right? But I will make that switch, I think, soon as it's available, is to just pull cut. You guys ask why I want to up the speed. I would just like, go faster. Ding, ding. Okay, so we're all cut. So then we have to push. See, if I could switch those, I'd almost, at this point, I'd rather, okay, so it starts out with the force and the speed option. If I could have it always do the X and Y and origin without having to push that button, I would rather do that. I want to flip those options. I don't know if there's a way to do that on this machine, but maybe somewhere buried in the settings it'll let me. Otherwise, Both those things are right there, so that's good. All right. I got 2 front doors today on a Chevy Blazer. We're going to be bladder cutting this one. We'll see what it looks like. Oh, yeah, I also have to look at the video that I was sent about peeling these. I need a bigger table. Okay, let's see. What do you think? Is it gonna work? A little snag down there. Almost. Ah, there we go. That's good enough for me. We made it all the way around. We have one teeny little snag there, one teeny little snag there. I could put those on a car, though. I would want to make an adjustment to hopefully fix that, but if I know that is an option, as long as I can get my patterns out, it's not holding them hostage. Okay, so that's good. That's good, that's good, that's good. Oh, that's good. Yeah, that's what we want. Much better. That's what you want to see. Being able to get everything out without any major hangups, especially on the top edge. The bottom, the sides, I can handle with a little bit of that, even if it gets to a point in here that it just kind of like rips away. I mean, even on the nicer Graftex, when your cut strip or your blade just isn't quite right, you'll run into those situations where you just start dealing with that for a while. So being able to get it to cut at least this clean, that's cool. I want to maybe up the force to like a 54. I don't know. Maybe put the blade out either just a teeny tiny bit or a 54, or maybe it's that waviness that we're seeing in the film, because that's not exactly great. So maybe there's something we can do with the rollers, but for now, it's pretty good. So it's 54 and 108. I'm going to take a picture of this so I don't forget. Oh my God. I just have a whole bunch of notifications. All right, let me take a picture of this real quick. I have lots of family pictures on here too. All right, so I'm going to take a picture of this. One thing I want to know is 54 and 108. So if I turn this off and put it away for the night, boop, 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 and then I turn it back on, which is the best way to reset a plotter. It's doing its thing. It's doing a little setup. 108, 75. So it did not remember where it was. So you're going to want to change it then to what you had it before. That's not great either. Graftex, they'll remember where they were. But so you gotta think of like in your normal day to day, right? You're like tired, you come to work, you fire up the plotter, you go, you cut your patterns. The force was way off, and you just ripped through your whole cut strip and ruined your day. So little quality of life things, like when you're saving money on plotters and stuff, like those are little things that you're actually losing out on, why you would want to maybe buy a better one. But this, so far, I think we'll be able to get by on it. To prevent waviness, why don't you put a roller in the middle, not tight, just to prevent waviness? I think we might be able to do that, though. It's something I never really even thought of with the other ones, because it's just you put one roller on one side, one roller on the other. That's what I've always been told to do, and that's the way I've always set them up. But seeing how much more wavy this looks, the little air suction things. Graftex will have a fan, and they'll actually suck the film down a little bit. That's how they prevent the waviness. This doesn't have it. So a vinyl material, it's got It's much easier to cut through the vinyl. You have a heavy paper backing. So taking tint and cutting it on one of those machines is just going to be a little bit trickier. So, man, it would be really cool to have one of those and show some of the clear differences, but there's quite a few things that you're losing out on when you go with a machine like this versus that. But if you're not doing a ton of work off of it, I mean, it looks like it'll get the job done. So, I don't know. This is kind of fun. So, do we want to change any more settings on this, or are we pretty much good? If you put the roller in the middle, it'll leave roller marks. We had a loose roller, and it didn't look like it was putting marks. But yeah, I know that's why you would traditionally not want to. But there might be a way to keep it loose and help out with some of the tension, and it might not actually leave a mark. But I'd have to play around with it a little bit more to find out. But these are all those great questions that we can kind of figure out as we go, because I don't fucking care. This is the most views. I haven't even looked. Oh, wow. There's a huge amount of interest on setting up a plotter. Good God. How y'all doing? I think the last thing was I was just going to tweak the blade maybe a smidge, and then we'll call it for today. But we're pretty much at the end of it, too. Yeah, like, that was one of the reasons why I wanted to mess around with something like this. So if you guys also, I just wanted to make you aware, if you haven't seen the pinned comment, we do have a free 30-day trial on the software. So don't take my word for it. If you guys want to try out the software that I'm doing, if you already have plotters set up, please do, and let me know how these patterns are working out for you. I am brand new to the software, so I'm going to pop this link in there. Use the Tint Studio code or Detroit Tint Studio or one of those, or just ask them. The Plotter Depot, they'll be able to help you out with a free month, so you guys can test this out too, because please, put it through its paces. There's definitely some features that it's missing right now that I wish it had, but I hear they're adding some. So one more quick little thing here, because I'm like, I don't know if I should do this. And then we center it. Do we up the force? Use the force to 57. Do we put the blade out? All right, let me do this. Just a squeak. Just a squeak of a blade. That's what we're gonna do. Just a squeak. Okay, there we go. I had a squeak. And we're gonna pop it back in. And then, so that's good. We upped it to 57. I don't know if we needed to do that or not. But 57, I wanted to cut faster too. And then, Lumar and Expel have the best software. I haven't used their software in quite a long time. I know it's gone through some changes over the years. Oh, Expel. Expel was by far the best. I'll agree with you on that. Expel patterns were great. Lumar patterns weren't super great when I was using them. That was a while ago. Maybe they bought them from Expel. If they're really good now. I don't know. We're going a little bit faster. Can you tell? No? Okay. I'm looking for software that cuts the outside of the window, the outside shape. None of them are going to do that. They're all going to cut whatever the tint pattern needs to be to fit in the window. None of them will cut to the edges because nobody tints that way. Or I shouldn't say nobody, but most people don't. So they do whatever is most popular. This roller right here, maybe we can put it down a smidge. That's probably not helping. I don't know. Probably just make sure it's even. Because it looks like if it's bunching, that one's okay. Here, it seems to be bunching a little bit. Mine would be for vinyl decals. Oh, that makes sense. I know they do have software for like van wraps and stuff, so you might want to look into that. I don't know if they take the windows into account. So let me take back a little bit of what I said. Look into something that would be more specific to like full car wraps. I don't know what software to point you towards. I mean, there is film and vinyl designs, but I don't know if they have full vehicles. Because, like, graphic designers that do full vehicle mock-ups will have, like, a mock-up of the car. So they know how much square footage they're designing for and where the curves and stuff are. But, oh. Oh! Oh! Oh, this corner. Oh, it didn't cut through all the way on the corner. That is the smoothest that it's been so far. Ooh. That was much better. So tomorrow, we have a Nissan Versa with quarters that are not super fun to cut out for me. I mean, I think I've had a string of vehicles between Lexus, God, what was that other one that we had to do? The Toyota, and now a Nissan Versa. All those annoying quarter windows. So we'll put this to the test then tomorrow on some of those windows and see how it works out. Ooh, that's what you want. That's what you want. There you go. Look at that. So these corners, looks like it's got a little bit of like a blade hang up here. It's not pressure, it's just, maybe that's because of where the start point is, and it's just not connecting quite as well. That's all I would guess there, but around the majority, this is as clean as we've gotten it. So those last two little adjustments there. Ideally, let me show you. Oh shit, we just cut right through it. Ideally, one thing I would like to do is when you have like a couple quarters like this, you want to just kind of like peel it away and just have it all go really quick like that. Oh, there we go. Yes. Okay, so we got this dialed in with Pro Classic, and tomorrow we're going to be using ceramic, which means that we got to change settings again anyways, so yay! So, Canon. So really the first thing I'd want to do is get a multiple cutters, or blade holders. Multiple blades, multiple blade holders. So I would have one for ceramic, I would have one for dyed, and one for carbon. So I could just swap them out. And then maybe make a couple little plotter adjustment settings. Something else on the Graphtech is you have presets. So you can quickly set it from one to the next to the next. And then just keep track of which blade holders are for which film. I use I use it for fleet wrapping. They leave overlap in print, but not 100% correct. Oh, okay. Just up the pressure for ceramic. It's a 2 mil ceramic versus a 1.5 mil. So we can try that and cross our fingers really hard. Hopefully that'll be the case. I don't want to have to make a bunch of set adjustments, but we're only cutting, like the main thing is the quarter windows. If we can cut those out, then we'll play around with the rest of it after. But the main thing is cutting those quarter windows out. Okay, so we're going to shout out some super chats. And then I'm going to make sure I charge some batteries. That's going to be it for today, but that wasn't too bad. Wasn't too bad. We actually got legs on the plotter. You guys got to kind of see like what you're going through. So at the end, when I have those patterns cut out, then I'm going to take them over to either the car or glass board, and then I'll shrink them and then install them. So that's really all the plotter gets you. It gets you the rough cuts or the exact cuts. I use 48 for dyed. I use 66 for grams. Same blade holder. Thank you. I appreciate that. 2 mil ceramic. Nice. Okay, cool. So it looks like we just have to up the pressure. Looks like more trouble than it's worth. I don't blame you. There's some stuff with these things, man. It's that if there was anything I wanted to get across today, it's like I'm thinking about getting a plotter. I don't know if I should get a plotter. Watch something like this, because like we didn't throw out that much film, but that's kind of what you're getting into. It's getting that blade, getting the pressure cut right, and you're going to be ripping through material in the beginning. And then imagine you have a busy day lined up. You get to this point, and then all of a sudden there's something wrong with your blade. So, but once it's working, it'll usually stay working for quite a while, and you can rely on it pretty well, and it'll become one of your like daily things. Like it's just like, okay, these things are great as long as they're working. All right, so big shout out to some super chats: T-Jet, Samuel, Cameron, and Jose. Jose, Swole Gang, Daniel, and Michael. Thank you guys so much for all the support today. I hope you guys had some fun watching me get frustrated with the plotter. As you can see, they're not all sunshine and rainbows. Why is my chat not working on the window? But, oh well. Anyways, hope you guys had fun. So tomorrow I have a full car. We'll be back. We're doing the full windshield, front doors, back windshield. We're going to do it all in ceramic. So my main question is, how are some of the patterns going to line up for it? So we're going to try it mostly with try a windshield cut. We might. I don't really just want to throw a big old piece of ceramic away for that, but we might do it. Oh, God. It's going to get expensive. All right, so, yeah, we're going to mainly do the quarters. We're probably going to try a back window. Windshields are notoriously sketchy, though, with plotters across the board for everybody, so I don't know. I'll think about it. But thank you guys for hanging out. Hope you had fun. I'll see you guys tomorrow in the morning. So we get a morning stream. It's probably just going to be a longer one. We'll play around with this some more. So thank you for hanging out, and I'll catch you in the next one. Later. What type of machine? This is a workhorse. I'll put a link again. It's from Plotter Depot. They have other plotters to pick from, too, by the way. So there you go. There's a final link. Bye-bye. Bye. What film did you use? We used GeoShield. We threw a lot of it away. I'm sorry, Tint Depot. You can also get film at Tint Depot.